Hello, Downfall Games.
What's up?
Oomps.
Or should I say, g'day?
G'day. We're
Wait,
down
what
at
does oomps mean?
one of my friends or one of my followers. There is debate on the
We
internet.
don't have friends.
No.
We just have you.
Yes.
You funny, intelligent, creative people.
Our collective
that
oomps.
in our name destroy the internet.
Fan Twitter 4. We are in Australia.
You ready for a jump scare?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, he's got a micro mullet.
I'm embracing the culture.
I didn't have enough to get
Got
one.
a party in the back, do you know what I'm saying?
I don't want to know what you're saying.
I'll see you with a couple wallabies behind the
Are
shade.
you going to keep it going?
I don't know, there's a lot
How
of
long
iconic mullet
does it
people
go?
out there. This might be, you know when they say, a dog is for life, not just for Christmas?
Yeah.
This might be a mullet just for Christmas.
I think it looks
or
good.
not.
Keep
We'll
it going,
see.
man. The dullet.
Right. And if you're wondering how things are going in the Dan and Phil corner of the internet, we just won the prestigious Tumblr Real Person Fiction poll.
We did.
Who is the best real person ship of all time? Dan and Phil versus Jesus and Judas.
We beat Jesus and
Are
Judas.
you aware of Jedus?
I am now.
Is that a thing? But we beat Jesus. Literally an amount of angst which killed the Son of God.
Yes.
Versus us. However, the person that made the poll chose to use this picture.
Yeah.
And I said quite poetically, in this sense, Jedus died so that Sister Daniel and Father Philip could worship in their name.
Ah, perfect.
And if your reaction to that is, haha, that's amazing, or wow, that's offensive, strap in, because that's what this whole video is about.
Strap on.
Dan and Phil are proof that if you are pure of heart and genuinely love lesbians, you can literally beat Jesus.
Congratulations, us.
You did it, not us.
Yeah.
You voted.
I did the final reblog, though.
Ah, yes, discourse about whether there even should be fanfiction about real people, and then Phil just fucking reblogged it.
I'm just a chaotic
Phil's
beast.
like, don't let discourse get in the way of winning a good poll.
Yeah, I mean,
Alright,
I want to
Phil.
win the poll.
Aren't they brothers? Dan and Phil? No. Wait, so they don't build houses? No, they're YouTubers. Then who the fuck was building houses? Where are you?
Where are
you
the other Dan
okay?
and Phil?
What? Obsessed with how Phil threatens to call the authorities whenever things don't go his way.
I'm gonna call the king. I'm gonna call the National Guard. I'm gonna call the government. I'm calling the UN. I'm gonna call the police and the army and my mum to The kill you. UN?
Why the UN?
You
that
like-
was so unhinged.
I don't
Phil.
know.
You're that international diplomatic Karen.
Thought this was referencing the Twin Towers, but this is about Dan and Phil.
Everything reminds me of Shut
Oh no.
Shut up.
Oh, dear.
At least we've left America. Okay, girl, hold. Oh god, we've got a fanfic. What are the tags?
Wait.
Dan and Phil.
Not the NordVPN
Phil
fic.
and Nord. Nord anthropomorphic.
What?
Jealous Dan crack. Dan and Phil Games mention. Okay.
I might just
Okay.
make a video reading that.
He's always fucking there, go away. Election stress and Yowie. A modern
It's
escape.
just got your
Why
face,
am
why
I
are you there?
the image for the story Election stress and Yowie?
I don't
A modern
know.
escape.
Aussie/Kiwi fannies have spoken.
Daniel James Howell plus sexy Australian mullet.
They said this
Oh,
in November.
Oh my god.
Prediction.
Your power. JPEG Howell did our job for us.
Oh.
Alright, let's see your taste level. I need several hours of watching Dan and Phil or I start to become evil.
Or do we make you evil?
You tell us.
That's the
Do we
question.
stop you from doing the evil stuff or are we the reason it's happening?
Are we a
That's-
terrible influence?
First one to talk about Dan and Phil has to pay, but we all met on Dan and Phil Twitter.
Oh no.
Is this the comment section right now?
This must be what it is.
Try not to bring it up.
I love that people make friends through our videos, though.
I like that they were having margaritas.
I'm
Hell
not
yeah.
speaking.
How it feels to tell Dan and Phil you've been watching them since you were 14 and you're 23.
Just think how it makes us feel.
Yeah, insert skeletal dog.
Granddaddy's over here.
Mummified dog.jpg. You think coming out as gay is hard? Try taking a dick so far up your ass that your factory resets. See how much acceptance
Look,
you get.
that was a card. Taking a dick so far on my ass that I factory reset. I didn't say that myself.
Context. I hate gay Halloween. Okay, here
Okay.
we are. What do you mean you're Phil Lester?
That's not me.
Guys, don't you know the law? Phil is the dancing pumpkin guy.
I'm not the dancing pumpkin
But look,
guy.
we said in that one video.
Is that Dan fucking Howell?
Hello there.
The NordVPN.
It is you.
Not the generic white boy with brown hair corporate art. God damn
They
it.
need to add some mullet chunks
I'm
now.
catching strays on the WikiHow and now
Yes.
from the Nord Twitter. POV, you're a horse.
I did sign that up, I think.
Is it? No, Phil.
oh.
This is lies. It's
Wait.
AI.
Oh,
You
no.
could have been holding anything and you wouldn't even know the truth.
You don't want to know what I was holding.
When I clicked on a Dan is Not on Fire video in middle school and then noticed a beautiful blue-eyed diva in the recommended video sidebar.
Yes. Look into my eyes.
The amazing Phil.
Enjoy my flavor.
What the fuck?
Unfortunately, this would work on me. Dan and Phil this way. Bad.
No.
Stranger
Stop it.
danger. Alright, thanks for the content, JPEG Howell.
That is the Nord logo, though.
Shut
I've not even edited it.
up.
You are the blueprint of everything.
NordVPN isn't even the sponsor of this video.
No.
But do you know who is?
Infinity Nikki. Dan, you look like you.
How do I look, Phil? How do I look?
Like you've been through a lawnmower.
Would Nikki be proud of this?
I don't know. I mean, the
I've
colour
been through a
suits
lawnmower.
you.
You need a lawnmower. Why did I agree to this?
Infinity Nikki is the cozy open world game.
The cozy open world
cozy
game.
open world game where you can chill out in a mystical universe.
But more importantly, it also has fashion. Which hair? Ooh, pink and curly or born pink?
Born pink. She needs one like yours, though.
Check out all this!
This closet is deeper than the one Dan was in. You can explore the world by gliding and floating, which would be much better than real life.
I
think.
don't trust you to glide or float
Humans are too
around
heavy.
London. Floating outfit.
Ooh.
Heck yeah.
Ooh, that's a more Phil outfit, I feel.
I agree.
You can also explore this beautiful, detailed world. And there's loads of things to discover, like this ghost train.
Look at this, Phil.
Aw.
This magnificent environment.
Verdant. There's also dungeons, platforming, and you can take photos. I kind of want to just live here, to be honest.
With the pink hair.
Oh yeah, baby.
Okay.
Don't jump off.
Whee!
Oh. If you want to check out Infinity Nikki, you can click the link below. It is free to play. We've also put it in the pinned comment as
If
well.
you crave some cozy gaming, we'll see you by the pond.
Get off my trout.
We are seriously imagining it.
Imagine it. You're seeing Fall Out Boy in a concert.
Ooh.
We have a surprise for you guys.
Patrick Stump.
This is already amazing.
Wait, what the fuck? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You do look like Gerard.
Yeah. I can tell what is about to happen.
Oh my god. Okay. Yep.
Yes! That was better than our video.
The level of chaos, the level of cosplay.
Yeah.
I had something for everyone. Wait, is someone actually at When We Were Young Fest
Playing
watching
the video.
They don't know that we don't need to imagine it anymore.
Yes.
I love Tit, me too.
I knew that was coming. Plot twist here is a lot of the girls that come to the show also love Tit.
Why not both?
I love Yowie.
Me too. Dan and Phil
That was a plot twist, actually.
got distracted with the new Dan and Phil video and flooded my apartment.
No! Oh, that is fully overflowing. I want a bath I can swim in.
That's a landlord's problem.
This hotel bath is so silly. It's like...
Is it silly? This hotel bath is so silly.
It is.
Sometimes we say things that are so British. I'm like,
I know,
shut
it's
up,
such a
Dan and
silly
Phil.
bath. I'm sat in it
Oh
like
my
this.
god, I was in this bar. Who is Dave?
Who is
Dave and Phil?
David? Oh, yeah. Who was writing that out? Was it like, oh, I'm sure it's Dave, whatever.
The name Dan is on the image. What the fuck?
Made it more iconic.
Fuck it, Dip and Pip bracelet, but it's Dan's rainbow of dips.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
there's me,
Oh my
13
god.
dips. And then here we go.
No! Those colours are the same!
Oh my god, they've done color-coded dip beads.
That is incredible.
It's the most beautiful accessory I've ever seen.
According to recent studies, scientists have discovered that YouTuber Daniel Howell consumes an average of 5 trillion litres of dips a year.
Oh my...
I wonder how many dips you've actually
I've
eaten.
got dip-based art.
They go on forever.
That is my dream. You know when people like test their cats by putting obstacles in the hallway?
Yes.
That'd be me, except I'd just go, who the fuck is Ron?
Oh no.
That's-
I tried.
Phil,
I tried.
Phil, are you signing cards as Ron?
Look, that's a special one. Yours isn't much better. Blah, blah, blah.
It evokes the feeling of Daniel.
Okay, alright. I remember signing that.
I love you. Dan and Phil signed this.
That's got so many reblogs on Tumblr.
It's a powerful crossover.
It is.
Waiting to get hit by the fuss so I can pay my fruition.
No, bad. Go home.
But they're waiting so nicely.
They are. This is what Phil looks like when he wears the dude cap. Okay, here's the lore behind the cap.
Why is Phil always wearing the 2022 Dan Tour merch?
For some reason, that cap stops me from getting migraines when I'm looking at my phone.
hat has the grip.
It's got the power.
In the perfect way.
It's got the head
to
grip.
pinch Phil's head and stop headaches. Name the best show of 2024. This series really spoke to me.
All of our TikTok ones.
What can I say? The people like the TikTok videos.
Also, the people like
okay?
the ass. When we do the thumbnail comparison thing, it's always the ass.
I made 9 different thumbnails for
Yeah.
the last TikTok video. You kept clicking on the ass.
You kept choosing the ass. We can't argue
so
with
it
it.
ain't us, it's you. I met Dan and Phil called me gay.
You're gay.
Can we get
What
some
was the
context?
I think they were they twins or sisters? And one of them was like, guess which one of us is gay? And I was like, you're gay.
You're gay.
I got it wrong.
And now you have a 1-second video of you just pointing at someone and going, you're,
You're gay.
Shout out to the non-gay sister.
Yes.
Sorry that Phil missed sexuality.
I'm sorry.
Bible, what do you value most?
Just getting that pop-up while you're watching those cursed thing ever. furthest from God.
God is not with that video. Don't forget to lock your phone at the Dan and Phil meet and greet, or Dan will text your mum.
I remember you doing that. I bet the mum was like, what is happening?
Can I have a selfie? So I took their phone,
Yeah.
and then the mum texted, and I was just like, not now.
Not now.
That photo is fucking cursed.
It is.
This is how I look reading Dan and Phil.
You've made the perfect reaction image here.
Why did I put this into the world?
I don't know.
I sent you a picture of my dick. Please respond. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
this is
it.
what I've created.
That's it.
Hey, girl. I mean, they. You got Yowie on your phone. I am in the. No. I'm not reading that.
Oh my god.
And then we have whatever the fuck that is. Okay, that was the fun meme. Fun little
Great
meme
meme.
rabbit hole
Great
there. That's
meme.
the last time I ever text anyone anything ever.
I could never be Dan and Phil. Imagine being annoyed at your coworker and wanting to go home and complaining about it, but you get home and your coworker is there. Real.
You don't understand.
Right.
You don't understand the struggle, okay? Dan Howell waiting for his clone to walk in.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
Why is that an image that exists?
What is this a reaction image for? I mean, it's true. You got about effing your clone all the time.
Or would I freak out and kill them?
Both. Both. Stop it.
Not a meme, but making this almost sent me into tears. But as they say, don't cry, crowd.
This is
what?
insane.
In the Sistine Chapel is
Roan.
What?
This,
Of the
like-
actual...
Find someone who looks at you the way Dan looks at his invisible watch.
I don't like these things that point out the stuff that I always do. Fell down the pneumatic hole. We didn't know what this show was until yesterday.
to buy this.
And if you don't get it for me for my birthday, it is like...
Why is your birthday
1
on your
a.m. right
arm?
now. In like 15 days. Just in the last 9 weeks.
Do you know what-
hit me the
Do
hardest.
you know watches
Yeah.
on calendars, Dan?
Since like
Forever times.
1992.
Yeah.
This is the one time you've cooked in
the last 5
weeks. 1992.
25 years ago. Why does he look like a mermaid that has been washed ashore by an unforgiving sea? This is why pollution is bad. Look at this
Exactly.
tiny
That
mammal.
could be a turtle right there, choking on the Argos wardrobe.
They handed me this one. I'm sorry. Oh, not again.
Don't show this to People Magazine.
I'm always facing
People
the
Magazine
world.
will not have us back.
No. The edited by Daniel Howell stamp. That jalapeno was a real...
So to clarify, on the thumbnail of the mug cake
Yeah.
baking video, you couldn't see the frickin' thing we baked, so I just
No.
put some into the
Edited
cup.
it in.
And the same thing with the pizza. The pizza looked like shit, so I just put a
Oh.
jalapeno slice on it. Graphic design is my passion.
Instead of fan, we could have had kill, the kitchen, the cows, the keel.
Phil and Curtis Connor.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I was watching Amazing Phil videos before Dan and Phil ever existed.
Oh!
That's how old
He was...
I am.
Oh my god.
He was in there
He's there.
first.
He's there with his long mullet and his content that appeals to the straights. Oh
this-
my god, it's over for me.
Is this why you've grown a mullet? Because you're jealous of Curtis?
Oh my god, it's over, guys. I'm retiring. He was forced to participate in a satanic ritual when he was 37.
Oh, it's
True
little Phil.
crime.
Little
Look at that
Phil.
Lister, and look where he crafted.
But then wait, someone actually
My
responded.
question is, how is that different to being forced to any participated? Is the same. The boy made no conscious decision. Abrahamic, monotheistic. I dream a day
Oh
where
my God.
religions are part of our past. My guy, this is a Danny.
They thought it was real.
This person's like, it's a tragedy what it does to the young.
Oh my god. Call me Dan and Phil Crafts the way I be scissoring. Good for you. Have you really lived until you've been booped on the head by Phil Lester?
Spreading his lice to all his fans. How tragic, everyone sell your tickets now.
Oh my god, I do a full little
Scratch.
boop.
Feels like, let me get in there. Let me harvest some eggs.
Harvest that lice. Average Dan and Phil meet and greet picture. Accurate. Guys, I decided to take a break and delete my mental health so I can focus more on Dan and Phil. I'm officially starting this debate, 1 or 2. Ooh. The feel tie.
It's the dinosaur
dilemma.
trousers.
I'm gonna go with
1. 2 is the most fucked up thing I've ever seen.
you don't want to tie around your ass.
No.
1. 1 is the answer here.
If you could tie a tie yourself around the ass.
Yes.
You don't want camel toe from the tie.
No. Do you think he might go outside and feel more alive?
Without Twitter, where would I be?
Without
I'm just not getting Internet is Here rolled.
Stop it.
With my cam, okay? I decided to make a lo-fi version of the Brave Time song.
Ooh,
Okay.
we have just released a new Dan and Phil Beats
Dan
Cozy
and Phil
Christmas.
Beats Christmas lo-fi.
Listen
Are
to
you
it.
chilling?
The whole
because
season.
It's cold. It ain't here where we are. Oh
Ah.
yeah. And one of those songs we thought it would be funny to call it "Bauble in Your Foot" as a reference to rave time. Rave time, rave time, rave time, rave time, rave time, rave time.
Rave time, rave time.
No, wait, listen.
Don't step on the glass.
Ooh.
Don't step on the glass. Everybody cries when you go to A&E with a bauble in your face.
Okay,
Okay.
oh shit. Why did that,
That was-
slap so hard?
that really
we
went
need a
in-
remix.
To my soul.
Now.
My 2024 Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah. Okay, do you want to know something embarrassing?
Yeah.
I was the top of my own Spotify rap.
I couldn't believe
Look, guys,
that.
we have to like upload the artwork and stuff. It makes sense.
Also, it's a bot. Me and my Spotify Wrapped.
Roughly speaking, what's the main genre? Do you know what genre is?
You know what genre is?
Shut the hell up, Anne. Firstly, Anne, how are you pronouncing genre?
Genre.
So
So Old Internet Feel posted this picture of us as just like a vibe of the old internet. And then someone said,
old internet aesthetics.
Feeling like this diva.
Is that even a reference to Dan and Phil? Or is it like, imagine just being with your bestie, taking a low quality
they-
iMac selfie?
they don't know who we are. That's just like a vibe
Fuck
of the internet.
yeah.
Fanny unhooking your bra. Open bra.
Open bra. Not called edging.
It's cool. Evil Troy Sivan be like,
I'm not in a rush. Get the fuck out.
what if we kissed inside the Fellevator?
Yeah, at the Los Angeles show, the venue went so hard they printed us on the shaft.
I've never been on a shaft before. How's this MF never watched Hereditary?
It was a stationary vehicle, I think.
It was
It was
not.
moving very slowly.
It was slow moving.
There were people across the street. I was just saying goodbye.
The three blind mice if they slayed.
Not really a meme, but here is my father John reading out my tit bracelets.
Okay.
Pro tip. Penoff.
Penoff.
Busty baking.
Busty baking.
Flame Susan. What the heck is Flame Susan?
Flame Susan.
I tried to make pink cookies for your anniversary. # 15 years of Dan and Phil.
Oh no.
What in the Dan and Phil baking is going on here?
It's fucking raw. What did you do?
What in the absolute body horror substance?
Oh my god.
Frickin'
You can take them back, I'm sorry.
Cronenberg, Gordon help. Where's Ramsey?
You
We need
tried,
him.
you tried your best. When your favourite YouTuber duo adds a third person and they're annoying, and then someone's quote tweeted saying, when Dan and Phil added Plinko, like, I love you guys, but who wanted this guy?
Oh, and now everyone's joining in on the Plinko joke, right?
Plinko
okay.
lore.
Plinko. I'm like oxygen. I'm everywhere. Do y'all ever give a fuck about Plinko anymore? Americans vote. Fuck you, I'm back. Plank.
Okay. I mean, call me Plinko. Dan Howell may be the only human alive that can do the Kermit Scrunch face.
Kermit the Frog here.
May I introduce the frats?
Oh, I love the frats.
Why is Phil naked? Why has he got the fritties out?
Just in my natural state.
When you have the most unimaginably horrible day, but at least there's Dan and Phil games time in bed at the end, no matter what.
Oh,
Power of light entertainment, Phil.
I know. It's all you need.
Come on, it's supplementary. It's okay. No, yes, all you need.
Yeah.
Sure. A love letter to the Terrible Influence tour. Ooh, we got a comic. Okay. Saw Dan and Phil in Chicago. When I was
Aw.
really excited, I didn't know what to expect. I hadn't been to one of their shows in 8 years. As I talked to people in line, I found myself smiling and laughing harder than I have in months. I met people I would have never met otherwise. I felt like I'd been broken out of a shell I didn't even know I was confined to. I handed out prints as freebies, and in return I was given bracelets, photo cards, and homemade crafts and keychains
This
made
is
by
so
the kindest
cute.
people. And as I watched the show, I felt 13 and 22 at the same time. I felt like I was the me I was at Tatanoff all those years ago, but the experience was something that could only exist out of years of self-growth from both myself and from Dan and Phil.
Oh.
By the end of it all, I was filled with an overwhelming amount of joy and pride. Sure, I was proud of myself, of the person I've grown into, but I was also proud of Dan, proud of Phil, proud of everyone in the room, basking in the same kind of unbridled happiness. And as Dan said, they knew that when they'd come to see Dan and Phil, they're with their people. I really cannot thank Dan and Phil enough for Tit. As much fun as we like to poke at each other, and as many jokes as we like to make, they truly have created something so incredibly special. A celebration. Okay, not only did you save this video, because this
Yeah.
video
Was-
this video needed something.
It needed a
okay?
heart.
Wow.
Thank you. It is so good that people are having such a good time at our tour.
And even the people that can't come, like, guys, if you're watching and we didn't come to your town, I'm sorry, but if you're just watching these videos, we're helping you get through your day, you go in the comments section and you feel like, hey, no matter what kind of person I am, I found my people. Hell yes. I feel like we have to end on that note.
I know,
I'm
I mean, we
sorry,
can't
like, this
do
was
anything
This
else.
was nice, this was wholesome. It cleansed everything I just saw. Yeah?
Yeah.
Another incredible barrage of content. Thank you
Thank
for being
you.
so funny, offensive, tasteful, creepy.
All
Yes.
of the emotions have just been had. If you enjoyed this, give us a thumbing. Also, come and
yourself
see
a
us.
thumbing.
Don't. Come and see us down under
I didn't do this for nothing.
in
Come
Australia. DanandPhilTour.com.
on. I'm gonna slam a Tim Tam.
Hello, it's Pastel Dan and Phil here
You're
again.
so glad to see us.
Yes.
Once more.
I'm swishing.
I can't swish.
Thank you again to Infinity Nikki for sponsoring this video. If you want to get cozy over the festive season in a different world, you can click the link below
Clicky.
in the pinned comment and have a magical time.
Boom, subscribe if you enjoyed this. Watch our TikTok video if you haven't. It's not our fault the butt's the thumbnail. You clicked on
No,
it.
just go click on it, make some emotional eye contact with a wombat if one is close to you. Have a lovely day.
Bye.
Bye.